several long matters for the township, assisting the township with right-to-know requests. This past month, we assisted the zoning officer, manager, and engineer on various legal questions, gave several legal opinions on various matters, worked with the Department of Veterans Affairs related to an easement, also worked with the sanctuary on an easement agreement, and as well as reviewing a deed of dedication for the McConnell Bridge. In court, we are on the South Point. We have 2 cases. We're waiting for an argument date from Judge Lucas. We did receive an argument date for the cell tower relocation matter before the Commonwealth Court. We'll be arguing that in October. The Clements matter has been pushed back. It's another 30 days at this point. Should be closed by court order on before October 7th. There is the Augustine conditional use appeal, which is before the Court of Common Pleas. That's about it.
Okay. Bill, there will be a Public Works report this evening because our Director of Public Works is not here. Board of, do you want to fill in for? Do you want managers?
I just had one comment related to Public Works. I wanted the board to recognize, and although he wouldn't come to a meeting, Randy Roberts will be celebrating 40 years of service as a Public Works employee September 8th. So I'll see that a certificate of service is prepared for him for the board to sign, but I thought that was commendable and he should be recognized.
Thank you. Board of Supervisors discussion of new business. Jack King, our assistant manager, and I have had numerous conversations over the past couple months about the current condition of our township website. We've heard you over and over, and believe me, I was trying to find something last week and I had to call our director of zoning because I couldn't even find it on our township website. At this point, I think that we have hit the limit on what we pay a company, and please jump in at any point if what I'm saying is not correct, but we pay a company to basically provide us with this website, and I think we've reached the point where, you know, it's serving the purpose that we need it to serve. So we spent a lot of time looking at other municipalities, other local school districts' websites to kind of get an idea of what maybe we need to incorporate, and I'd like to ask this board to allow Mr. King to continue those investigations into the possibilities and present to us in October some options of other companies and other ways that we can update our website that's significantly more user friendly. Are you all okay with that?
Yeah.
So you have the blessing of the board, you can move forward with that, and we look forward to hearing your presentations. Anybody else, new business?
Yeah, I'd like to commend the road crew for the job they did on the Ladding Road and over the Hill Shafoni Road, the Collin Road. They did a really nice job.
Great job, guys. Thank you.
I don't think we have any stone roads anymore, do we, Mark?
We do.
You do?
Carmel Road, Lewinsky.
You'll get them.
You said Stone Road?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Okay. At this point, I don't think we have any old business unless somebody else has something to bring up.
Please, if I may.
Yes, please.
On that same note, Jack, that Facebook page that we had, the information page was up and then it was taken down. And I'd like to see that proceed. There are parameters that are in place there, I believe, that if a comment, and this was Supervisor Gizio's concern, if someone made a comment at 10 o'clock in the evening, it would show up. Well, the reality is it wouldn't automatically post until they authorize that message to be put up.
You can't limit commenting. You can limit posting, but if we put up a post and comments are allowed, you can't limit a comment. You can't require a comment to be approved. We've gone through this with the PTO. So the comment would show up. The only way to prevent that would be to not allow commenting.
Well, I think that we should, and we don't, you know, the police do a great job, the Parks and Rec Department do a great job with their site, and I believe that the township should. I wasn't aware that this was being taken down or that supervisors were against it.
I wasn't aware that it was being put up.
Yeah. But it's an administrative thing. I'd like to see it, and I'd like to hear the pulse of the board if they would like to see that information page for Cecil Township's Facebook back up.
I think as we said, or as I said last meeting, one step at a time. We're just working through the process of updating our website, which is desperately needed. A lot of times when you're posting information, you direct people to go to a website. We really, at this point, wouldn't have any place to direct them to go. So I personally am not saying not never. Please, we're discussing. At this point, we're not saying no, never. We're saying not right now. Let us hear Mr. Kim's presentation, and then we can kind of go from there.
Okay, hear from the other board members? Ron?
I don't know, I think we should put our own webpage up, all the information's on there that you need. Instead on Facebook, go to the township webpage.
Frank?
I agree in the future for a quick news flash, emergency, stuff like that.
Well, we already have that. We could have co-administrators with the police department who do a fine job with theirs. But if it's an emergency or a Amber Watch or something, it could all be added there, and maybe having a person working with it from the police department or from our staff.
The
It should be an administrative thing that is, it's no real big issue.
The problem is our administrative staff are here 8 to 4. Our police work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So they have the ability to monitor and stay on top of those things where we don't. I think that, again, I'm not saying never, I'm just not saying right now.
Don't you have a comment?
I didn't know what you guys to do with, I didn't hear what it was.
I didn't even know, it never was addressed with this board to be put up in the first place. I didn't know anything about it.
It should just be an administrative thing that's handled through the township. And on that note, though, with the new business, compliments to the police department for number 6 in the state. That's a great job, sir.
Thank you.
All right, I have nothing further.
Okay. I'm just going to quickly say before we open it up to citizens' general comments and questions, please keep in mind that it needs to be civil and that there will be no personal attacks. If there are personal attacks, you will be asked to stop and you will be asked to step away from the microphone. If you have something you want to say, we want to hear from you, but again, please refrain from personal attacks to any board member.